I never thought the woman I adored, the one I built my entire world around, would humiliate me on the night meant to celebrate my life. For weeks, she had thrown herself into planning my birthday party. Ordering decorations, reserving the restaurant, calling friends and family, it all looked like love. Like effort born out of devotion. I thought she was trying to make me feel special. But that night stripped away the illusion. Her heart had left me long before my eyes could see it. The evening started out like a dream. The private hall glowed with warmth and laughter. Champagne glasses clinked, candles shimmered along the tables, and for a moment, everything felt perfect. She looked breathtaking, wearing the red dress I'd once told her was my favorite. I remember thinking, God, I'm lucky. But then he showed up. Daniel. The coworker she'd only ever mentioned in passing, brushing off my questions with a casual, just a friend from work. At first, I didn't see the storm coming. She greeted him with enthusiasm, too much, maybe, but I pushed the thought aside. It was my birthday, after all. I just wanted to enjoy one peaceful night. Yet as the hours went by, unease began to twist in my gut. Every time I turned my head, there she was, touching his arm when she laughed, leaning in too close, her eyes sparkling in a way they hadn't when looking at me for months. Then came the final blow. The cake arrived, everyone started singing. And right there, right in front of everyone, she leaned toward Daniel, whispered something in his ear, and let her hand rest on his chest like I wasn't even in the room. I caught the stares, the awkward silence behind the smiles, the whispers spreading through the guests. My face burned, not from the candles, but from the shame. It was my birthday, and my wife had chosen that night to make another man her focus. But I didn't explode. That's not who I am. I smiled, cut the cake, thanked everyone as if my heart wasn't collapsing inside my chest. And when the last laugh faded, I quietly slipped out into the night. The cool air outside bit at my skin, and the silence of the empty street screamed louder than the music I'd left behind. For the first time in years, I felt a strange calm, a hollow kind of freedom. Betrayal can do that. It breaks you so deeply that walking away becomes the only way to breathe again. When she finally realized I was gone, the calls started. 20 missed calls. Dozens of texts. By the time she made it home, I was already checked into a hotel, suitcase by the door. Her messages flooded in, it was nothing. You're overreacting. Please come back. But I didn't answer. Not that night, not the next. Days turned into weeks, and the truth began to unravel all on its own. Daniel wasn't just a coworker. Their messages told the real story, late-night chats, secret meetups, even subtle hints about a shared future. That birthday wasn't a coincidence, it was her test. She wanted to see how far she could push it, how blind I'd been willing to stay. But when I left that night, I broke her little experiment apart. Daniel didn't want the guilt of being the man who wrecked a marriage in public view. Within a month, he ghosted her. The people who'd witnessed the scene at the party didn't stay quiet either. Friends stopped calling. Family distanced themselves. Even her parents told her she'd crossed a line too deep to fix. Meanwhile, I poured myself into rebuilding. Work. Travel. Reconnecting with friends I'd lost to her moods and control. Each day, the pain loosened its grip, turning into something sharper, strength. Her world, though, started to fall apart. Without Daniel, she was utterly alone. Friends avoided her, whispers replaced sympathy. She reached out again, letters, emails, even showing up at my office once. Her face looked worn, her eyes hollow with regret. But regret always arrives too late, doesn't it? You can't rebuild love on poisoned ground. The last time we spoke, she cried so hard she could barely breathe. Said she'd destroyed everything. Said she'd give anything to rewind time. I looked at her, really looked, and realized I felt nothing. No hate, no love, just calm. I gave you all of me, I told her, voice steady. And you threw it away for attention. That night, you didn't just flirt, you ended us. I turned and walked away. Her sobs followed me, but I didn't stop. Not this time. Not ever again. It's been a year now. My life is full again, steady, clean, real. Hers, from what I hear, still lies in pieces. She lost me. She lost him. She lost the respect of everyone who saw who she really was. And in the quiet that followed, I learned something. Sometimes the best revenge isn't anger or shouting, it's silence. It's walking away and never turning back. It's letting them watch their own world crumble while you rise higher from the ashes. This year, on my birthday, I'll celebrate something far greater than my age. I'll celebrate the night I stopped breaking and finally began to live again.